Hey you guys, it's Peter! And I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. I'm YouTube famous now and my face is flaking off because I'm so burnt and I'm like peeling from having just gotten back from Florida. And I was sitting around today and I was like, I want to do a story time video. So many people keep on asking me for story time videos. So I was trying to think of one and I was sitting there waiting because I was meeting up with a friend of mine for coffee today, and I really couldn't think of anything that I wanted to tell. And so she came and she sat down and we started talking and she gave me my story. And, you know, I think stories are interesting in our culture. Stories from a long time ago were a way to, you know, teach people lessons, to pass things on from person to person to person. Storytelling was a oral art. It was not a written art at first. And so, to some degree, I think for me to share somebody else's story is important. I think to get that story out there. And I asked her, I said, do you have a problem with me making a video about it? She goes, no, please do. I would love for you to make a video about this. And she has posted it all over social media and she's, you know, all this kind of stuff. So I'm going to tell you what our conversation was and then I'm going to read you her post that she made on Facebook and then I'm going to show you what happened, okay? Because this is, I think, really kind of an important issue, honestly. So let me tell you a little bit about my friend. She's a family friend and she's 25 years old and she's super cool. She's a really neat young lady and she graduated from Indiana University and she just recently got accepted into a master's program. She is a well-rounded young woman. Not that that should matter. Nothing about her should matter given the situation. I want to make that very, very clear, okay? No matter who she was, what her background was, any of those things, none of that matters given how she was treated, okay? So anyway, we were sitting there talking and she was asking me about the music festival. I just got back from Ultra Music Festival in Florida and I was telling her all about it. And I was like, you know, it's so cool. Like, everybody was just really respectful of each other. And she goes, oh my God, I have to tell you a story about what just happened to me. And I said, okay, well, what just happened? And she goes, do you know what a Razorback shirt is? I was like, where is this going, right? And I was like, of course I know what a Razorback shirt is. It's like one of those shirts that girls wear to go work out in. She was like, right, exactly. Girls wear them to go work out. And I said, yeah, I see them at the gym all the time. And she was like, okay, so this is what happened. Now, this young lady played volleyball recreationally when she was in high school. When she was in college, she played recreationally with her friends at the Sports Center, which is the SRSC, the Sports Recreation, of the Student Recreation Sports Center in Bloomington, Indiana, because she went to Indiana University. That's the sports complex that we'll be talking about, which I think almost every college campus has one. So it's just like where, you know, people can go and they can get, like with student IDs, they can go and they can work out and all that kind of stuff, right? Well, since she's not a student there anymore, she can still go down there and she can participate and she can play, but she has to pay like, I think a $6 guest membership. And the reason I know it's $6 is because that comes up later in the story. So we're sitting there and she's telling me the story and I was like, well, what happened? And she was like, well, I went down there to play volleyball. And I was like, okay, yeah, she goes down there all the time to play volleyball. And she was like, I was in the middle of the game, okay? So middle of the game, right? Not when she walked in the door, not pulled aside, none of that. One of the employees came up to her, this woman, and said, stopped the game and said, has anybody talked to you about your outfit? And she was like, no. I'm gonna show you a picture of the outfit in just a second, okay? And she said, well, your outfit is in violation of the rules, and I probably should ask you to leave, but just don't wear it next time. And my friend was like, what's wrong with my outfit? And she was like, well, it's inappropriate and it is breaking our rules. And she looks down and she has a Razorback shirt on with a shirt over it, okay? And she goes, I don't understand what's wrong with it. And she said, well, it's a distraction. And my friend looked at her and said, a distraction to who? And she said, the men that are here working out. What? So the woman walks away. My friend, now, angry, hurt, embarrassed, ashamed, okay? Tells her friends are like wonderful. They're like, don't worry about it. Let's just keep on playing. She's like, no, I want to go home. I'm embarrassed, you know? I feel ashamed. Like, she embarrassed me. She walked over here and in front of all these people, half of them I don't even know, she embarrassed me. So she goes up to the counter, right? And she tells this woman that she's leaving. And she said, but I want my money back. I'm not leaving until I get my money back. And the woman's like, no, we don't do that here. And she was like, you just told me my outfit was inappropriate in front of all of these people. and I paid my $6. I'm not leaving until I get my $6 back to leave. And the woman was like, well, we would have to get the manager, and that would be a problem. And my friend looks at her and goes, then get the manager, because I'm not leaving until I get my $6. So she got her $6, and she left, and blah, blah, blah. But in between waiting for the manager to come, she has this conversation with this woman that's working there, right? And she's like, I find this very interesting. Like, I wear this to other gyms that I work out in, and it's never a problem. Why is it a problem here? It's a distraction, whatever. She's like, does the same policy apply for men? And the woman's like, and my friend said, telling me, she goes, I don't think she was supposed to tell me this. Like, I think this slipped, right? And she said, because we wouldn't want to slip on the truth, would we? She said, well, no, not really. She said, because like guys, when they're playing basketball, if they're playing shirts and skins, the guys are allowed to go topless. So the guys are allowed to go topless, but the girls aren't allowed to wear razorbacks that cover their skin. I mean, what is this? I mean, are we 1950 or 2017? And I got real fired up sitting here listening to it, because I was like, it reminds me so much, and I've told this story on my channel before, but I'm going to tell it again because I think it's pertinent. My mother was a very big-breasted woman. Not that that would matter, but it plays into the story for her, because she always believed it had a lot to do with that. My mother developed very, very early in life, okay? So by the time that she was like 13, 14, I think 14, she was a triple D. She was really big-breasted, and she was embarrassed of it her entire life, okay? Everywhere she would go, she would wear big sweatshirts, she would wear big shirts. Not until she was a lot older in life did she feel comfortable, wearing shirts that showed her cleavage and whatever. And I can remember in her 50s, when she finally kind of like came into her own, in her 50s, that's so sad that she'd wait so long. My mother passed away at 64. My mom was like, I don't care who's looking at my boob now. My God, by this point, it's just one big uniboob anyway. Nobody wants to see that. But it took her all these years to feel comfortable with herself. Why? Because when she was 15 years old, some boys were caught by my mom's stepfather looking in my mom's bedroom window while she was changing. When they called the police said to my mother, do you wear tight sweaters to school? Do you wear low-cut shirts to school to show cleavage? Are you enticing these boys? They came to her house and were looking in her window, okay? So my mother graduated from high school in 1961, so that would have been 1958. So not a lot in the world has changed from 1958 to 2017. The fact that we're still dealing with this, let alone on a state college level at a sports complex workout center where all kinds of students can come, baffles my mind. I think it is disgusting, okay? So let me show you, first of all, the outfit that she was wearing, and then I'm going to read to you what she wrote, because I think it's profound. So, and like I said, she let me share this. So this, can you guys see it? I'll make sure it focuses, is the outfit that she had on. I mean, she's just letting it all hang out, is she? Her back is showing back there, and, all kinds of stuff. We wouldn't want somebody to get distracted over shoulder blades. Right? Which was what she said to me. So let me read you the post that she posted on their SRSC website or page on Facebook. A woman at the SRSC, and she posted this on March 23rd. A woman at the SRSC in Bloomington just threatened to kick me out because I was wearing a tank top that exposed my back and went below my sports bra. She did this in front of a large group of people. When I went to get my money back, another girl and I asked if the same policies were in place for males. The woman at the desk informed me that they let men play basketball shirtless for shirts versus skins, which I found disconcerting. The fact that she seemed to me to have no issue with this was also astonishing to me as a woman. So I guess I expected her to understand where I was coming from as a woman. Silly me. I don't talk about feminism very often, but this is why I need it. I shouldn't have to worry about whether or not my back and shoulders are a distraction. The problem is that people allow themselves to be distracted because they lack social graces and self-control. And that is a personal issue. I shouldn't have to change my damn clothes for them. More importantly, I get that places have rules. I don't intentionally break them. All I ask is that places either enforce them for both genders or don't enforce them at all. Shaming a girl in front of everyone isn't cool, and it shouldn't have happened to me. And I think it's really, really profound. And whether we want to talk about this as equal rights for women, equal rights for all, feminism, whatever, okay? It's shaming. It's making somebody feel less about themselves out of the context of rules, okay? It's institutionalized sexism in a school environment. What is that? Where we're teaching people to be confident young adults, okay? And you're telling a young woman that she can't wear a razorback shirt that has another shirt over it with a sports bra underneath it, 3 layers of clothes. This is 2017. A woman can be president of the United States. A woman can be an attorney. A woman can be a doctor. A woman can be any career that you could come up with. And one thing that a woman can be that a man can't is a mother, okay? And where we lack respect for our mothers, our sisters, our daughters, our friends, our wives is beyond me. What has happened in society that we treat women like this, that we shame them, and that we think it's okay to stand behind the guise of institutionalized rules and boundaries that make that okay? That's not feminism. That's kindness. Why are we treating people like that today? And if you're so distracted by a woman in a tank top, maybe you need to look at your own issues. But I was really glad that she brought this to me, and I was really glad that she stood up for herself, you know? I think the fact that many people have moved on from 1958 is a huge thing. I think the sad thing is that there's a lot of people that are still stuck back there, baby, and I ain't with that. I ain't with that at all. So what do you guys think about this? Do you think that we should all just be rule followers? Do you think that we should question authority? I mean, what do you think? Are you on a college campus? Do you deal with this kind of stuff? Do you deal with this stuff in the gym, in the work environment, or whatever? I mean, like, it's so sad to me. I don't believe that clothes define me, okay? I believe that I define me. So, I love you guys so much. Leave it in the comment section below what you think, and I will talk to you later. Bye.